going on, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Thrivent. Magic win! Because why not? Why not have a very underwhelming performance against the Atlanta Hawks on Tuesday, and you turn around and have a very solid performance tonight? Wasn't perfect, but it was solid enough to get a double-digit victory, 123-110, over the Boston Celtics. Not just a regular old game, an NBA Cup game as well. So the Magic start their NBA Cup campaign this season 1-0. And my favorite storyline of the night, the Magic debuted the statement jerseys. Those things are sick. They are absolutely sick. And for any of you or any of the non-Magic fans out there that hated on it when it debuted, I hope you saw it tonight because it looks awesome in-game. Welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live. My name's Kevin. Glad you're hanging out with us. This is our live postgame show after each and every Orlando Magic game right here on YouTube. Very glad you're with us tonight on this Friday night. Very excited to talk about another win for this Magic team, which in the first couple weeks have not been easy to come by. And so having a victory, especially in the NBA Cup 1, is very important. So very glad to get to talk with you about it. And you are the center of the show. Get involved in the chat, specifically Super Chats. The best way to do that. Thanks for joining us. This show is brought to you by Marc.abraham. Marc.abraham is a Thrivent financial advisor located in Central Florida. In fact, he's a diehard Magic fan, a season ticket holder. I know he's fired up about this win tonight. And so if you are looking for some help, some wisdom with how to be smart and wise with your finances, you can give him a call at 407-366-4364, or you can check out his website and his email address that is down in the description below. Again, Marc.abraham is a diehard Magic fan, and he just wants to help other Magic fans be wise with their money. And so if you could use someone in your corner to help you do that, give him a call, shoot him an email, visit his website, and you will be glad that you did. Big shout out to Mark for sponsoring the show. All right, folks, let's get this started how we always do with our Super Chats. And let's see. First off, we do have Luis Rosario, who says, leaving Kia, play the song, let's go Magic. I love that. Thank you so much for that Super Chat, Lewis. Always appreciate you and your support of the show. But right now, I especially appreciate the most beautiful words in all of sports. Play the song. Let's go. Thank you so much for that Super Chat. Appreciate it. A couple more Super Chats are here already today. We've got another Kevin. Says, I guess Bane isn't a bust. Play the song. Interesting. Look, Desmond Bane, this is probably his best game. On the whole, top to bottom, probably his best game of his, 9-game Magic career. I think tonight was game number 9. Played well. Didn't turn the ball over too much. Shot well, distributed well, rebounded well. You can't ask for a whole lot more other than maybe more three-point attempts. But hey, he's going to shoot 40%. I think he did. Yeah, if he's going to shoot 40%, I'll take it. I wish he shot it on 10 attempts instead of 5. But outside of that, you can't really nitpick. So yeah, big shout out to Desmond for a nice game. We got Ty Mr. TV, who is a member of the channel. Big shout out to Ty and all of the members of our YouTube channel here. Says, Emirates Cup champ bound. The statement jerseys are fire. I don't like the floor, though. Needs more blue and stars. Yeah, the floor is different than the jerseys for me. I think most people should like the jerseys. The floor, it's very polarizing. I'll put it that way. Because I can see people loving it. I can see people hating it. And I don't have a problem with either of them because it is definitely different. It is different. Thanks for that Super Chat. And then Daniel Barry says, this Super Chat is for Coach Richie Adubato. A great coach and a fantastic radio personality. Truly a Magic legend. Rest in peace. 100% Daniel. I was going to mention it later in the show, but no better time than right now. Absolute legend, Richie Adubato. Legend of coaching and obviously for Magic fans, especially as well with radio. And so for me personally, I grew up, let's put it this way. Sometimes I would be, go to bed because I was a kid, go to bed at a certain time, but Magic games would still be going on, especially I'm thinking about the games that were out west. They would start really late. And so I'd go to bed as a kid. Parents would think I'd go to bed, but I had this really old, 1990s clock radio. And so I would tune it to AM 580 WDBO and listen to Dennis Newman and, of course, Richie Adubato back when he was doing that. And so, yeah, one of the voices of my childhood. And so 87 years old. What a life. Rest in peace to the coach, to the legend, Richie Adubato. Thank you so much, Daniel, for that super chat. And obviously, thank you for bringing up Richie Adubato. Thank you. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Let me give my thoughts on this game really fast, and then we'll go to the chat and stuff. Oh, actually, before I do that, remind everybody, this coming Wednesday, the game against the New York Knicks is our next watch party. It's at Wall Street Plaza. So if you're familiar with Wall Street, it's there. Another big watch party in partnership with the Orlando Magic. Yeah, you'll definitely want to come out for that one. It's a big one. Again, New York Knicks at MSG. Come join a bunch of Magic maniacs Wednesday night. I believe that game tips off at 7 p.m. Come join us at Wall Street. All right, really fast before we get to the chat. My thoughts on this game, Franz. Well, actually, let me back up. Before I give specifics, I think this is, while it wasn't a blowout of the Wizards, right? That's a complete game, right? Tonight, I thought was the most complete game that the Magic have played against a good team, which is saying something because I think opening night had some really good moments, but I think tonight was a pretty significant step in the right direction to me. Outside of a couple guys, I think everybody who touched the floor tonight was really good. Like really above average good. Even though statistically some guys may not have had the best night. I mean, Paolo only scores 15 points tonight. But I thought Paolo was good. Paolo was smart. He didn't try to force things. They gave him a lot of attention, and so he kind of defaulted to other guys. And so I'm very, very happy with tonight. I think this was a very, very good result. A double-digit win against a Celtics team that has found their way after starting 0-3. And so I give the Magic a lot of credit. I really do. All right. Your turn, chat. Let's go. Let's see what's going on over here. Luke says, loved the effort tonight. Fought back from many Celtics runs. Play the song. Yeah, that is a very good point. Magic got off to an early lead in the first quarter. Double digits most of the way. The Celtics made some runs, kept it interesting. It was never a blowout. And then the third quarter happens, which is when the Celtics actually came back and took their first lead since early in the game. And so they did give up a Celtics run there, but it stayed close for quite a long time until basically the second half of the fourth quarter when the Magic kind of put the game away. And so give the Magic a lot of credit for bouncing back from a lot of attempted Celtics runs. And I also want to add to that, shout out to the Magic faithful who were in the building, because with Celtics runs comes Celtics noise. That's just the way it goes when we live in paradise. Celtics noise. And every single time we heard a faint glimmer of sound from the Celtics fans, it was the Magic fans who drowned them out. And so we've been seeing that more and more lately. And I, for one, am really, really grateful for that. We just got a super chat that came in here from Efrain. It says, monster game from Franz, 27 points. Franz was outstanding tonight. 27 points. He could have had more because I can think of at least 2 shots that were like around and out, like total in and outs, especially 1-3. He could have had a 30 bomb tonight, but he was very, very good. Very, very good. Luke says, great Dell game. That fourth quarter from Wendell, I need to find out how many he had in the fourth quarter. I feel like he had like 9 points in the fourth quarter. Like he was really, really good in that fourth quarter. Yeah, shout out Wendell, 2 of 4 from 3 on the game. So love that. Scott's Week in Sports says, play the song, This Win Is For You, Richie. Absolutely. Love that. Ness Escobar says, let's play in these jerseys for the rest of the season. They look so good. They look so good. They really do. Ikaru says, statement win. We're okay, boys. Everyone calm down. Again, tonight was a step in the right direction for me. It really was. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but you saw a little bit tonight of what we hope we can see from this unit going forward. And especially when you think about the balance of minutes tonight, it can still be a little bit better, but we saw the vast majority of the minutes go to the people that should be playing, right? you just get 7 minutes from Tyus, 4 minutes from JI, 15 minutes from Goga, and everybody else was your top 7. Outside of Mo Wagner, obviously. But your top 7 guys. So the starting 5 plus AB and Tristan, they got the vast majority of the minutes, which I think is a very good step. Fellow Kevin says, play Jet or Jace over Tyus. I'm tired of this. Yeah, Tyus, everyone was a 0 or positive plus minus, except for Jonathan Isaac -7 and Tyus Jones -11. And those guys, again, they played the fewest minutes. Jonathan Isaac played 4.5 minutes. Tyus Jones basically played 8. So they had the lowest plus minus and the fewest minutes played. Yikes. Not great. Not great. Christian Manuel says, it always feels good to beat Boston. Yes, it does. And shout out Christian for being a channel member. If you want to be a channel member, you can click the join button. That's right. Well, if you're watching on a computer, it's below me. But if you're watching on a phone, you have to back out and look. I don't know. Whatever. Click that join button. It's $5 a month. Gets you some fun perks like the star by your name as a channel member, but also some fun emojis. We're going to be adding some more emojis coming up next week, which I'm excited about. But yeah, it's $5 a month if you're joining from computer or from Android. And if you're joining on iPhone, it is going to ask you for $7 a month because of the Apple tax. But if you just join on your computer, you'll still be a member. So you shout out Apple for that. Love Apple, but the $2 Apple tax is crazy. But yeah, shout out to all of the members of our channel. Appreciate that. Nesto says, don't play Tyus anymore. Yeah. It's just really rough. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, especially when he goes out there and doesn't even attempt a shot in 8 minutes. It's like you're there for your assist to turnover ratio, and you're there for your 3-point shooting, and you're there for your veteran leadership. Well, we're not getting the 3-point shooting, that's for sure. Unfortunately. Joe says, I figured out what's going on. Every time I don't watch, they win. Well, Joe, I hate to break it to you. You can't watch any more games this season. Just kidding. Wow, we just got several super chats here. This one's from Derek. Says, Jake Swish says, play the song. Okay. Thank you for that super chat. Nick Monk says, shout out Suggs. 4 of 6 3-point from 3 on restricted minutes. Yeah, Jalen Suggs once again plays just under 21 minutes. But he played great tonight. Played very, very well. I just can't stand that he's still on this minute restriction. Like, how much longer? We are at 2.5 weeks now. Come on. And then Keith Fisher says, go Magic. Still too many Paolo and Franz turnovers. I don't know. They had 5 tonight. They had 5. 5 is not that bad. For 2 guys to have the ball so much, they played a combined, 73 minutes? 5 turnovers in 73 minutes with how much they handled the ball. It doesn't bother me that much. It really doesn't. Now, a guy like Wendell having 3 turnovers in 31 minutes, he doesn't handle the ball. He shouldn't be having 3 turnovers. To me. That's just me. Call me crazy if you want. I think 5 turnovers in 73 minutes for those 2 guys is actually good. I'll take it. Manuel says, depression gone for the night. Let's go Magic. Yeah. Funny how sports are just so funny. So funny. David says, love the statement jerseys. I got mine. Yeah, again, they just looked so, so good. The Only Hero says, thank you, Orlando Magic, for the win. Much needed. What a fourth quarter from Wendell. Came up huge. Good win, but I'm going to need about 2 to 3 more good games in a row before I'm ready to say this team is back. 100% agree. And the Magic get an opportunity to do that. Like, they play this same team on Sunday. Now, they always say it's so hard to beat a team twice in back-to-back games like this. They say in the NBA it's one of the hardest things to do in the regular season. But this team has an opportunity to do it. They're at home, and then you turn right around Monday. It is a back-to-back, but you're playing the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, the Blazers are no pushover. They've got some guys that can absolutely hoop, and we know that. But that's an opportunity, like you're saying, to get some mojo, to get potentially a 3-game win streak, and then who knows what happens going to MSG on Wednesday, if you can get some mojo. If not, I have pretty low expectations for Wednesday if we can't put together a good next couple games as well, but we'll see. D's Music says, okay, all the people who desperately wanted Tyus for the last 2 years, how's it going? I've kept my mouth shut on that part, but yeah, some people really wanted him for years. And I can confidently say that I was never on that train. And so I'm grateful for that. Now, look, he can bounce back. He can prove me wrong, all that kind of stuff. And I hope he does. He's wearing a Magic uniform. But I can toot my own horn a little bit on that one and be like, yeah, I wasn't in that camp, gratefully. Tyler Morrison, channel member, says, hire Mosley. That's funny. That is very funny. Love that. Blazer says, Celtic fans going home big mad. That's okay. That's okay. They'll be back on... Well, actually, they won't be back on Sunday because they'll be watching the Patriots. Pretty funny. Kevin says they bullied Paolo into not shooting mid-ranges anymore. Yeah, he didn't take a lot tonight, but the couple that he took, he made. So maybe it's a volume thing. Can't take too many. Oh, Scooter Magruder's here. He says the Orlando Magic will win the NBA championship. Let's go, Scooter. Absolutely. We will. Hashtag we will. Can't wait. And hey, look, we have said it time and time again over these first 2 weeks. All it takes to get out of a funk is one game. Sometimes that is all it takes. Could tonight be the game? Who knows? I thought last Sunday was the game in Washington. I thought that was the game to jumpstart this team, and that didn't happen on Tuesday. But hey, look, I know it's been a long week because the Magic only played one game, during the, I guess, quote unquote business week, Tuesday. But the Magic have now won 3 out of the last 4 games. That's a stat you can't argue with. I know the Atlanta game sucked and it was miserable and it should have never happened. The Magic should have never lost that game. But the Magic have won 3 out of their last 4 games. So that's statistical fact. Ronald says, did anyone see the Timberwolves floor? Yes, I did. It's quite the experience. Oh my gosh. Literally reflecting onto the players' faces and the refs' faces and the coaches' faces. They're glowing green because that floor is wild. Wild. All right, a couple more here, and then we're going to take a break from the chat to go check out the box score, among other things. Atarian says, so you are telling me that 2 great and 2 not so great quarters are enough to beat the Celtics this year? What a bizarre game. Yeah, these are very different Celtics. Very different Celtics. Very, very different Celtics. Robra, I thought the exact same thing. Said, good thing we wore black, prevented the JB hair stain. There was a play. There was a play in this game, and I can't remember. I feel like it was Anthony Black who was carding Jaylen Brown when his head definitely made contact with AB's jersey, and the only thing I thought about was, that. So funny. So funny. All right, let's jump over to the box score. Before we do that, though, I want to jump over to the Emirates NBA Cup standings. Let me refresh it and check it out. Let's see. Your Orlando Magic Oh, wow. Are you serious, NBA.com? How are you not going to have this thing updated? This game's been over for like 20 minutes. Come on now. Shame on you. Oh, if you go to wild card, it gives the Magic a win. Okay, cool. Whatever. Magic, I guess, currently lead the what do they call them? The group. The group B. That's what we're in. I can't read. Magic lead Group B right now. Okay, they're 1-0 with a plus 13 point differential. Great. They still have Brooklyn and then at Philly and at Detroit to go, and then Boston is 1-1 in our group. And so they are sitting just outside of the wild card for right now. Obviously, a long way to go. But since it is a cup game, I decided I wanted to show the cup standings. Now let's go to the box score. We talked about Franz already, but he was just great. 27, 6-6 with 2 blocks and 3 turnovers. Wow. 9 of 18 from the field. 2 of 7 from 3. Would love that to be a little bit better. But hey, if you take the one that went around and around and out, you add that to this, 3 of 7 is not bad. So I'm going to give it to him. And then 7 of 7 from the line. Love to see that. I thought Franz was really good. It's surprising to me that Franz ends up with a 0 plus-minus. That's so interesting. But I think it's because he was on the floor with these guys, J.I. and Tyus. Pretty funny. Paolo, like we talked about earlier, I thought a very solid game. Obviously nothing flashy, but at the end of the day, he did what was needed to win. 15 points, 9 boards, 4 assists. a steal and a block with just 2 turnovers. 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, and 6 of 8 from the line. Just a fine Paolo game. Not great, obviously, but enough for a win. Wendell, we talked about him, but 18 and 5. Obviously want more rebounds than 5, but 18 and 5 with an assist and 2 steals. That fourth quarter, he was terrific offensively. Really good fourth quarter for Wendell. I haven't seen the fourth quarter numbers, but I feel like he scored like 9 points in the fourth quarter. It was really, really good. Desmond Bane, again, we talked about him, but probably his most complete game with the Magic so far. 22 points for him, including 2 of 5 from 3, 6 boards and 7 assists with a steal and 2 blocks. That's quite good. Shout out Desmond. That's a big, big performance from him. Would love to see him use this as the catalyst for a bounce back. Jalen, also great. 14 points, 3 boards, 5 assists in just 20 minutes again, but 4 of 6 from 3. The starters across the board, I thought, were very good tonight. Very, very good. Off the bench, also very good, Anthony Black and Tristan da Silva. Tristan da Silva was, just as he's been most of the season, on fire. Absolutely terrific. 3 of 5 from 3, 11 points. Only played 17 minutes. I would love to see him play more than that, especially on a night like tonight where he could miss. How does he not find a way to get more than 20 minutes? Come on now. Goga came in some select spots tonight to relieve Wendell. 15 minutes for him. Not great, but he did get 7 boards and 2 blocks in 15 minutes. So, I mean, I can't really complain about that. And then J.I. and Tyus, not great. J.I. did knock down his 3, which is huge, but Tyus in particular was not great. Not great tonight. Let's see. Magic shoot 50% from the field and 47.2% from 3. Excuse me, guys. I need to send this. Let's see. There we go. All right. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Magic shoot 47.2% from 3. They do leave 7 points at the free throw line. 7 points. I was very concerned that was going to come back and bite this team. Fortunately, it didn't. But I guess I should back up. In the world of point differential, 7 points could be a big deal. Hope the Magic don't live to regret that. But regardless, they get the win. And they have, 15 turnovers as well. All right, let's go to some team stats and quarter stats. The Magic really kind of won this game in the first quarter. They get out to a 13-point lead, which, again, they won the game by 13. The Celtics win the second and third quarters, and the Magic bounce back nicely. Wow, they dropped 39 in that fourth quarter. Let's see. Magic led by as many as 16. There were 2 lead changes and 3 ties. 27 bench points by the Magic. Shout out mostly AB and Tristan. Magic turned the ball over 15 times. Celtics turned them over 14, which the Magic capitalized on better than the Celtics. 22 points off 14 turnovers for the Magic. So nicely done there. Could have been better, but still nice. All right, back to the chat we go. As we do in every episode, we'll hit some more chat messages, easy for me to say. We'll check out the scores from around the league and the standings, and then we'll call it a night before we look ahead to Sunday's game as well. Let's see. What else we got here? Okay, yes. A lot of people talking about Tyus. Yep, okay. OAV says, Da Silva Surfer continues to splash. Yeah, Bronze Wagner. Very, very good. He has been quite good this season. He's just got a shot that when you see him take it, you just automatically think it's going in, right? Like that's every time it's like, yeah, it's going in. It's just clean. It's smooth. It looks great. He's playing great. SSJ Bean says Bane needs to be more aggressive. Good things happen when he looks to score. He's been too passive, in my opinion. Tonight is a perfect example of good things happen when he looks to score. Yeah, he was quite good tonight. Would love for him to be able to find more open threes, but oh well. We'll see. Jolly says, I thought Simons was going to cook us all fourth quarter, not going to lie. Yeah, Simons got hot there for a little bit, into the third, going into the fourth, but luckily he and Jaylen Brown cooled off down the stretch of the fourth quarter while the Magic went on a good run as well. So shout out the defense. Shout out the defense. Rafi says, we still talking fire Moes? Stay on that side. Yeah. Yeah. Again, we talked about it. It's very early. Very early we talk about firing coaches, but this is a very good game for Mosley, for sure. Let's see. Okay. Can't read that one, that's for sure. Blazer says, it's always a great night when Magic beat the Celtics. 100%. 100% agree. Yeah. YRU says, how does Jones not shoot a three? It's a good question. Good question. In what did he have? 8 minutes. It's not a ton of time, obviously, but you'd like to see him find a way to get an open three, but whatever. All right. Well, here's the thing. I enjoy when it's not letting me do it. I see. Okay. I was about to say I enjoy when fans from other teams come in here and talk. I really don't have a problem with it. I have a problem when you run your mouth and call people names and are vulgar. I have a problem with that. So goodbye. See you later. Boom. All right. Business Traveler says, what a comeback for Bane. Yeah, 100%. Great game from him. Best game of the season from him. So, we have pissed off Magic fans. Says Powell needs to wake up. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't feel that tonight. Like, I thought Powell just played within his game and didn't try to force things, and I thought it was fine. He wasn't like all NBA tonight, but it didn't have to be. Other guys were playing well, and kind of is what it is. Santi says, flying to New York on Wednesday for a work trip. Never been to an opposing arena. Contemplating it's worth dropping money to possibly getting shanked in New York for wearing Magic gear and rooting for the team. First off, probably not going to get shanked. But second off, you should go see the team in an opposing arena. It's very fun. It's a great experience. I thoroughly enjoy it. If you just focus on cheering for your team and you don't run your mouth at the other fans, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine in the NBA. That is something I found. The other thing is, you're in New York. That's Madison Square Garden. I feel like you gotta take the jump, brother. That's not just any old arena. That's the world's most famous arena. You got a chance to see the Magic play there. That'd be pretty cool. All right, and then yeah, we're not going to call people names, so you're gone. Goodbye. All right, not you, Santi. I was talking about somebody else. I saw somebody else call somebody something not great, so he's gone. Don't worry, everybody. He's gone. Hey, David says, let's go Jam Hot. Yeah. Oh, wait, did I miss it? Oh, here he is. Jam Hot Chicken says, let's freaking go. Shout out to the Six Man Boys and the boys in blue. Go Magic. We up. Absolutely. Shout out Jam Hot Chicken. We love Jam Hot Chicken. You should go there tomorrow, by the way, whether you're in Winter Garden or Winter Park. Use code 6th-man for 10% off at Jam Hot Chicken. You'll love to see that. Other thing I should have mentioned at the top of the show, tonight is the next rendition of the 6th Fan Show. So right now, as we speak, Christian is outside Kia Center getting Magic fans' thoughts about this game and about the team and about the season so far. And so that will be up late tonight or early in the morning. If you want to check that out on our YouTube channel, always a good time. Always a good time. D-Tang says, defense was bad late in the second. Suggs turned over and just let Payton shoot a wide open three. I was so mad. Yeah, that was not a good sequence. Not a good sequence at all. I know the exact player you're talking about. I was like, bro, Jalen, come on, brother. Come on. He's better than that. All right, let's go check out the scores from around the association tonight. Let's see what we got here. Magic, of course, beat the Boston Celtics, which you love to see. Pistons, Nets. The Nets had a lead early in this game, and then the Pistons said, just kidding. You can see that third quarter where they outscored them 34-19. So the Pistons are going to go to, this is their first NBA Cup, or is it their second? I can't remember. Obviously, these guys are in the same NBA Cup group. I guess I can check that over here. Yeah, Pistons and Nets. This is their first NBA Cup game. So Pistons will go to 1-0. Now, keep an eye on this point differential. Right now, they're at 18. And so if this score holds, they will go to the top of the group, while the Magic will be second because of their 13-point differential, and now it is 19. So, yeah, they're more than likely going to go to the top of the group, but, of course, not a big deal. It's only been one game. Spurs, Rockets, that's an interesting one over there on Prime. Looks like the Spurs are going to come away with that one. Heat, Hornets, no surprise there, but the Heat are winning. Grizzlies, Mavericks. Look at the Dallas Mavericks, man. I know they don't have Anthony Davis tonight, but they are off to a rough start to this season. Very, very rough start. Let's see. Bucks, Bulls. Bucks currently hanging on to just an 8-point lead with 5 minutes to go. That's one to keep an eye on. And then the Timberwolves, Jazz. I don't know if you saw, but Walker Kessler out for the rest of the season. That's tough. The Cavs beat the Wizards by 34. Yikes. And then the Raptors beat the Hawks by 12 as well. So interesting stuff from around the league. What does it mean for not the NBA Cup standings, but the NBA standings? Let's take a look. Magic are at 10th now, so just past the Boston Celtics. 3 games back of the East leading Chicago Bulls. 2.5 games back of the Pistons. 2 games back of the Cavs. And 1.5 games back of the Knicks, again, who we play on Wednesday. So look, as miserable as the start of the season was, nothing is out of reach. Nothing, including first in the East. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but I'm saying the season is not over. All is not lost. This team just needs to put together some nice runs. That's what needs to happen. Last couple thoughts here from the chat, and then we are going to call it a night as we turn our attention to Wednesday. Kevin says, also Suggs needs to stop doing all them fancy passes. Yeah, there's been a couple of those so far this season. Apparently I'm missing something. Let's see. Oh, I was reading, Jonathan was texting me, like, I missed his comment. Sorry, Jonathan, I missed your comment. Here it is. Can't believe you're dancing on my grave over Tyus SMH. No, it wasn't at you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You literally weren't even on my mind, brother. I promise you. I was just thinking about the general Orlando Magic public who wanted Tyus Jones. Because it wasn't just you. It was a lot of people. A lot of people wanted that guy. And I was always just like, meh. Didn't think he did anything for us. And especially after last season in Phoenix. But hey, look, long way to go. Maybe he can bounce back. Who knows? We'll see. Chris, this is a good question. Do we believe Chicago is real? I don't. I don't think Chicago is real. I think Chicago is maybe better than people projected. I think they could be a play-in team, which is funny because that's what they always are. I would be really surprised if they end up top 4 in the East. That would be, I just can't picture that. I can't picture it. Top 6 honestly surprises me, which is why I think they could be a play-in team, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, last thought here comes from Gabe. It says, great start to the Cup. Hoping Cup play turns things around. So far, so good for the Magic. 1-0 in Cup play as they turn their attention to Sunday night. So a couple things to remind you of. Wednesday, watch party, Wall Street. Oh, look at those 3 W's. Let's go, World Wide Web. Wednesday, watch party, Wall Street against the Knicks. Tonight, or very early in the morning, is going to be the next episode of the 6th Fan Show, which Christian is shooting right now outside of Kia Center. And then, of course, Sunday is when we're back. Magic hosting the Celtics once again, 6 p.m. on Sunday. And, of course, we'll be back here right here live on YouTube after that one. Can't wait for that. Hopefully another performance just like this one. Hopefully another W. So anyway, appreciate you all being here. Please hit a like button. Hit the like button, I guess I should say, as you're leaving. Thanks for being here on this Friday night. We'll talk to you guys Sunday night. And until then, of course, let's go Magic.